What's up, everybody? This is Eric E., and this is the Marketing SOS Show. I'm so grateful that you tuned in this week, and for those of you that don't know, on this show, I take questions from you, my wonderful audience, regarding marketing. So you could be a student looking for career advice, or maybe you're a career marketer with several positions under your belt that you need a sounding board, or you're a small business owner that may not be able to afford a marketing team and need some marketing advice. So think of me as your marketing coach, here to help with any question you may have. I'll do my very best to answer you. Just like Sandy's question today, it's actually a little more PR and communications related as opposed to marketing, but I still consider PR and communications part of the marketing mix. So we're going to get to that question just after this. So Sandy writes, "Hi Eric, I've been asked to get some clients' quotes to support a press release. How would you normally approach a client for this? Just ask them, could you provide me with a quote for our PR? Give them some guidance on what the quote should say? Draft the quote I want and get them to sign off on it? Thanks. Sincerely, Sandy." So for those of you that don't know, PR means public relations, press releases. And in general, what companies do when they make an announcement is they send out a press release to the media, they post it on their website, and it's kind of like a public service announcement. So in general, it has the dates, it has some very well-crafted paragraphs outlining what the announcement is, and it usually features quotes within those paragraphs from the company, from their partners, talking about how good the product is or how good something is. So that's what Sandy's asking here. It sounds like she has clients, or her organization has clients, and now they want quotes to go into the press release from the client to help bolster their story. So, Sandy, ideally, when it comes to getting quotes from another company, in the agreement that you have with the client, there's usually a section that kind of outlines the communication quid pro quo, that you expect quotes, or you would like the option to have quotes, or the option for testimonials, things like that. So check the agreement to make sure that's in there, because you definitely want to be able to option those support for testimonials for whatever marketing materials you're looking at. Now, I don't know if I would approach the company directly myself, depending on your place in the organization. It's probably well worth it to talk to the salesperson or the account executive responsible for that client and run it through them. And they can just set up the initial email and put you in contact with someone at the other organization. Now, it's very likely you're not going to be talking to an executive or someone else that the account person was dealing with. You'll probably be talking with a communications person at that other company. So most people are busy, and I wouldn't say lazy, but they like things to be efficient. So I would absolutely draft potential quotes for them to modify, especially if they're already part of an existing press release that you've written. You can just highlight the parts that you want them to look at, and that way they can read everything within context. Most executives are going to be way too busy to write their own quotes, or they'll need to actually be officially approved by the communications team in the company. So the client's communications team or their agency they use will likely be writing the message regardless of the situation. So depending on the client, draft one for them or give it to the comms people, a brief overview of what it would be great to include. So you could go either way with this one. Maybe do both options at once. So here's a sample quote, but if you don't want to go with this, here's some points it'd be great if you touched on, and give them a deadline to get back to you. So that way you're not waiting around forever, because it sounds like your boss wants it soon. Now, when you're talking to the comms people at the other team, make sure you include details about how the press release will be distributed. They're going to want to know that just so they can see the entire press release before it goes out and knows the quote won't be taken out of context. They're going to want to know where it's going to be distributed to and what the potential blowback could be to their company. They want to be prepared for all that stuff. So give them as much detail as possible and be forthcoming with details that they ask for other ones. Sandy, thank you so much for writing in. It is always fun to have Not necessarily a specific marketing question, but I do like dabbling in communications and PR when I have the chance. So thank you. And to everyone out there listening, I know we do a lot of hard marketing tactics a lot of the times, but maybe check out how you could use communications or press releases in your own business. It's a great way to get coverage with local media or the media, blogs, everything like that. You essentially take a press release, you can put it on a newswire, and a lot of people will see it. It also is a great way to help build relationships with your local news anchors and press and things like that, just because a lot of the detail that you want them to cover is already conveyed in the press release. It's almost like writing a tailored story with all the details and none of the blemishes that you want to be out there in the public. So think about how you can use that in your own business. And thank you so much for listening this week. And as always, any questions you have related to marketing, no matter how big, no matter how small, send them to eric@marketingsos.ca, and I'll be happy to answer them here on an upcoming episode of the Marketing SOS podcast. And as always, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Have a great day, great night, great life. Sayonara. I'm out.